Hi everyone, my name is Piterpakulski. Today we'll continue building financial model of a nail salon. So if you have this business idea in mind, you can build financial model like this and to figure out how much money you need to start the business, what will be the revenues, expenses, and so on. So this is some kind of tutorial that you can use and build the financial model like this. This will be a very useful instrument for you to get acquainted with your business idea. So today's video will be devoted to creating the timeline. So now we have the revenues and expenses inside the typical year, and we need to put these revenues and direct expenses inside the timeline. So in today's video we'll be creating this timeline. So we will have a 10-year horizon. So the first year of our calculations will be 2022. It comes from inputs from the top. So first of all, we will create the automized timeline. So if we will change the first year of projections, everything will be displayed easily without manual adjustments inside inputs. So the first year is 2022, then September, October, November, December. Then next January will be this +1, will be 23, November, December, 23, then 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, and 31. This is the end of our time horizon. So let's make some colors for the years October, November, December. So this will be then we select 2 years, copy, and paste in its formats for the other years of our horizon. So what is valuable about this timeline? So for example, if we want to start the project not from 2022 but from, for example, 2023, So you're currently at the end of 2022, you started your projections from 2022, but suddenly you understand that you will be starting opening your nail salon on, for example, February of 2023. You just go here, paste setup 2023, then you go back to your timeline and see how it starts from 2023, 2024 and so on. So this is, and you don't have to manually retype the data, changing timelines everywhere through the whole model, financial model. So it's quite convenient when you are just creating some scenarios. So then what we are doing, we're specifying the moment when we start operating activity, when we get the first revenue. So operating activity, year, month. So here we place year and month. Then, so the year we will take data validation. Data validation, we go, we choose list, go to the top. Here we take the year. So these are the inputs, so we color them with specific color. Blue is the specific color for unique color for all our inputs, like this. So everywhere we put the values, not formulas. We color these cells with blue. So blue is the specific unique color for all inputs. So this simplifies the process of scenario building. So we always know where to look to adjust the inputs. So let's first of all go back to the top, put back 2022 is the first year of our financial projections. Then we specify the month when we start operating activity. We go data validation, list, then we specify where we take the months. For example, we want to start in May. May is also an input, so we color it with blue. And now it's time for us to create the timeline. So first of all, we operating activity start. So if this value, this will be if and AND function, equals to this year and this month, will equals to this month, we will put 1, otherwise 0. Here we see 1. This is the month when we start the first revenues. Then we start counting the months of operating activity. So this will be the second step. So 0 means that we don't have operating activity at this moment of time. 1 means that we started operating activity and we do have it, so we can later link payroll, fixed costs, other operating expenses to these lines. So 1 means yes, or 0 means no. So we have to create some line for that. So, and next line will be just counting the months of operating activity. So why we need this? We need this, for example, so our next step will be, so we have the revenues inside typical year, but when we will start our nail salon, we won't be able to get the whole planned revenues, these revenues. For example, if we start in April, we won't be able to reach $6.6 thousand a month revenue. We will reach, for example, $2,000 revenue at the first month of operating activity. So, if we don't reach these revenues, our expenses during the first month will be bigger than our revenues, and we may face some operating losses. And all these losses must be added to the investment stage expenses to get the correct amount of money that you need to start the business. And we need some interface later where we will be specifying the percentage of reaching these planned revenues. So for example, at the first month we have only 5% of this value, of May value, if we start here, or if we start in March here, so we will have only 5% of March value of revenue. On the next month we will reach, for example, 30% of plan, then 50, 90, and then 100%, and we can play with speed of reaching these planned revenues that we placed here and see how much, whether we have operating losses when expenses are bigger than revenues at the first stage before we reach the break-even point. And that's why this is very valuable instrument to play and see the bad scenario, basic scenario, and good scenario, how much money in each case you need to start your nail salon. So because you won't be able to reach the maximum of revenue that you planned right from the first month, so you will be reaching these values step by step, and you can adjust percentages of reaching this planned revenue in this specific interface that will be shown you further. So for example, here you can change the date, the month when you start operating activity here. So all this data will be displaced. Then here we will place when we have our investment stage. So our investment stage goes 1 month prior when we start operating activity. for example. So when we start operating activity here, we have an investment stage here. So let's say that we have that 1 month will be enough for us to prepare for that, for the revenues, for the opening. So we've created a timeline, and on the next video I'll be showing you how to create the interface of reaching the planned revenue step by step. So we will create this interface and put the percentages of reaching the planned revenue inside the timeline. So maybe this video was useful for you. You may give us a like, subscribe, share this video with your friends. You can also order financial models from scratch for your unique business ideas. We can help you with that. So see you guys in next videos. Thank you and bye.